Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Tommy's Gaming Channel. I'm your host, Tommy KM. In today's video, what I would like to talk to you guys a little bit about. In today's video, I would like to give you guys my 4 things that I like so much about going on Carnival Cruise Lines. The 4 reasons why that I love it so much. So the first thing that I love most about Carnival Cruise Lines has to be their wonderful staff on there. On my first ever cruise, I went on Carnival. I gotta tell you guys, that right there was like literally like I stepped inside that Club O2 and I tell you guys something. That Club O2 was so interesting. Like they had schedules like like they had computers like these. They had games like that PlayStation 4. They also had Xbox. They had Wii. They had so many different choices that made that really kind of interesting. Now, another thing that I found on here, which is really interesting, is this show right here that I'm watching. This show is called First Class Breakfast on the Titanic with Tasting History with Max Miller. And the thing that makes Max Miller such an interesting guy is that his videos that he does on here, it's literally so amazing. Like, like a lot of people dreamed that they could be on the Titanic if it was still here. Like, honestly, I really do wish I could have been on the Titanic. Because, because the Titanic had such good food choices, which is really kind of interesting. But, but this right here I'm watching right now is for the first class. The breakfast on the RMS Titanic, which they had like breakfast like us, like pancakes, baked apples, and which is really kind of interesting. They even had yogurt, which was really kind of interesting, and they also had griddle cakes, which these right here are like pancakes, but these are with molasses. This is with a lot of other stuff, which makes the Titanic really kind of interesting by all means. Which another thing also, which is really kind of interesting, is that the stuff there on the Titanic was that they had 4 meals per day: breakfast, dinner, tea, and supper. Those were the 4 meals each day. So, 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 so I know each cruise ship inside our entire fleets of like the RMS Titanic was nothing like the Carnival Cruise Lines except for the Queen Mary 2, which that's the second thing that makes the Carnival Cruise Lines really different. Now, the second thing that makes it really different is that their kids program and their different stuff that they have on there for the adults is really kind of interesting, like what they do. Now, another thing also, which is really kind of cool, And the biggest thing that I think Carnival does a really good job is the third thing is called the dance parties. They have so many dance parties like like they have the mega dance party, they have silent disco, they have movie nights on deck, they have so many different stuff that makes that really look different, which is really kind of interesting too. Now, another thing also to keep inside the remembrance is that the Titanic did not go through the entire thing. In mid April, the Titanic sunk, which all of us knew that if we were watching the news. If we all knew that if we paid attention in our history lessons, which is really kind of interesting. That is the reason why that I love so much about learning history. That's the reason why history was my number one subject that I loved during school, which was really kind of interesting too. Now they got so much different mail, they had so much different people, they had so much to do like on these cruise ships. And like also if you guys would like to do like mail on a cruise ship, like send them up Coast Guard, you guys have to do that inside the ports. They also got a lot of dog kennels that are on that cruise ship. So let's just say, for instance, you guys are bringing your dogs. They will have to be inside the dog kennel until you guys go pick those up in a moment's notice, which is really kind of interesting. And the fourth thing that I gotta tell you guys, which makes Carnival Cruise Line really unique, is from all the cruise ships is you guys can get their ice cream without any staff, which is really kind of interesting. Now, now, the only place where you guys can get ice cream, which is really interesting, and this is the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway on now, is that you guys either have to go to the Lido deck or pay for ice cream anywhere on the ship. They also had root beer floats. Imagine yourself having a root beer float on a cruise ship, and that's the greatest memory ever, which is really kind of interesting. Now, the other thing that makes it really kind of interesting too is that this is my fifth thing, and which makes it really kind of interesting. The biggest thing that I gotta tell you guys, which makes Carnival really cool from like each cruise ship, is that Carnival Corporation goes anywhere and everywhere around the world, except for the following places: rivers, because river cruises are only for Viking and like some others, which makes that really kind of interesting too. And another thing also which makes it really kind of interesting is that Carnival can help you guys do major work. So so the sixth thing that I really think Carnival could work on is their internet policy. They have the Carnival Hub that tells you guys everything and anything like what's going on the cruise. You guys also have like cell phones. which these hook up on. Sadly, if you guys take your laptop, you guys will have to get on their primary Wi-Fi, which makes that really nonsense, really kind of not cool, and really kind of weird. Now, I understand why they do that. Alright, guys, that's it for today's video. YouTube, I will see you guys back here tomorrow, maybe doing a gaming video. Have a great day, you guys. And YouTube, I will see you guys back here tomorrow.